Hello, I am Talon Marquard, and I'm here to talk to you about the textbook Technical Communication 11th edition by Mike Markle. The question I am addressing is whether or not it should continue to be used in English 4010 classes. From my gathered evidence, I will allow you to make an informed decision about future textbook usage. You will also be able to understand why I strongly recommend that this textbook continue to be used. For my primary research, I wanted to find out about textbook sentiment. I did a small survey of people who have taken technical writing or an equivalent course. 6 people participated in my survey. Though my sample size is not large, the information is still interesting and valuable. You can see from my chart that the majority used Technical Communication by Mike Markle. 4 of the 6 people used the Markle text. 4 of those 4 people who used the Markle text did enjoy it and thought it was a good book. 2 of the 6 people surveyed used a different textbook. One of those 2 people liked their textbook and the other did not like their textbook. Though I have no statistical power to back this, it does show that it is highly used and a liked textbook in technical writing classes. This text is tried and true, and I believe this evidence reinforces my belief that English 4010 should continue to use Markle's text. For my secondary research, I used Amazon to find the 3 most popular technical writing books and then priced them over various options. The 3 books are Technical Communication, A Reader-Centered Approach, 8th edition by Paul Anderson. The next is Technical Communication, 14th edition by John Lannon. The third is our own text, Technical Communication, 11th edition by Mike Markle. The options are to rent, to buy used, to buy new, or to buy the e-text. The research shows that the Markle text is the cheapest to rent, followed by Lannon and Anderson respectively. Anderson had the lowest price for buying used, followed by Markle and Lannon. Anderson did not have an option to buy new. The Markle was cheaper than Lannon to buy new. The e-text was the cheapest for Anderson, followed by Markle and Lannon. Lannon is the newest, which is why it is priced so high. Anderson is old and did not seem to be very high quality. It was missing a professional feel, and despite being cheapest, would not be my choice for buying or renting. They all had comparable ratings. Based on what I saw, I would choose the Markle text as my text of choice to rent or buy for a technical writing course. Now I will give you my impression of the Technical Communication textbook by Mike Markle. I thought the book was very informative, presented well, and a valuable resource for a technical writing class. I have had to read many very dry textbooks in the past, and I thought this one did a good job at being understandable and generally enjoyable. The information is very valuable. I have already created a memo for work from the information in the book and used the employment package from the book to apply for a job. I am very glad to have this book so that I can reference it in the future for my technical writing needs. The book was much more informative than the slides, and I found it much better to read the book and only use the slides to make sure I knew the main points well after reading. The book has a good layout that makes information easy to find quickly. It is also easy to quickly acquire the textbook since there are many online options. On the con side, it was unfortunate how little of the textbook was used. Many chapters were never used in the course, though looking through the chapters, many would have not been overly helpful, so I'm glad that they were not included. Also, I understand that time is a constraining factor, especially in an 8-week summer course. I think that during a fall semester, Chapter 4, Writing Collaboratively, would have been useful. It is important to understand how to write collaboratively, especially in today's modern business world. That would have been difficult to do in reality during a summer class, so I'm glad that it was not included. Overall, I enjoyed this book and am glad to have it. In conclusion, I strongly recommend Technical Communication by Mike Markle. I believe that the information in this presentation shows that my recommendation is a smart, evidence-based decision. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to contact me by the email on this slide. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have enjoyed this presentation.